So, welcome to Turbo Machines, and we are discussing this Euler turbine equation and alternative form of Euler turbine equations. And now, coming to this conventions in drawing velocity triangles, that we will see what are the conventions we have to check in drawing these velocity triangles. So that V is equal to absolute velocity alpha, and then VW or CU we can call it as, we take VW, and the entire velocity is nothing but U, and outside velocity, that is VR, that is relative velocity, and the middle line is flow velocity, and the beta is the blade angle. Okay, so it's the same thing we will see. U is peripheral velocity, or pi d n by 60. Next, absolute velocity, that is V. Next, W or V are relative velocity. VR is equal to relative velocity, and VF is equal to component of absolute velocity in the flow direction, and VW is equal to component of absolute velocity in the tangential direction. Alpha is equal to angle between absolute velocity and peripheral velocity. So alpha is angle between absolute and peripheral velocity. Beta is equal to angle between relative velocity and peripheral velocity vectors. Okay, so these are the conventions that we have to take care in drawing this velocity triangles. Now coming to this impulse and reaction turbines. So in general, turbo machines can be classified into impulse type and reaction type. As I told you in my previous videos, the beginning videos, I have told you the difference between impulse type and reaction type, depending upon the type of energy change that occurs in the rotor blades. Okay, so impulse type was where only rotors are available, those kind of turbines are called as impulse type. If there are stator and rotor both are available, then it is called as a reaction turbine. Okay, so an impulse stage is one in which the static pressure at inlet and outlet of the rotor remains the same. So delta P is equal to 0 in the rotor. This also means that the relative velocity of the fluid flow is constant in the rotor. So the reaction stage is one where static pressure changes during the flow of fluid in the rotor, that is delta P is greater than 0 in the rotor. Next, the degree of reaction is the parameter that describes the relation between the energy transfer due to static pressure change and energy transfer due to dynamic pressure change. So next thing that we are going to see is that the degree of reaction. So what does it mean? The degree of reaction describes that the relation between the energy transfer due to the static pressure change and the energy transfer due to dynamic pressure change, that we will see clearly in this degree of reaction topic. So this is defined as the ratio of energy transfer by static pressure in the rotor to the total energy transfer in the rotor. So that is nothing but capital R, degrees of reaction. Degree of reaction is denoted by the letter R. That is equal to U1 square minus U2 square plus VW2 square minus VW1 square divided by V1 square minus V2 square plus U1 square minus U2 square plus VW2 square minus VW1 square. If you look at this equation, degrees of reaction, if you see that numerator, that is nothing but static energy, and the denominator is total energy. Static energy only we have only static energies in the numerator, and coming to the denominator, there is a summation of both static and dynamic. So that is nothing but total energy. So capital R is equal to static enthalpy change divided by total enthalpy change. That is equal to H1 minus H2 divided by H01 minus H02. This H01 and H02 is nothing but total enthalpy change. For axial flow machines, U1 is equal to U2, and hence, so if you modify this equation, so R is equal to U1, U2, if you cancel it, so the only thing which remains is W2 square minus W1 square, or VW2 square minus VW1 square divided by V1 square minus V2 square plus VW2 square minus VW1 square. So this is sort of for axial flow machines. Axial flow machines, there is a assumption that U1 is equal to U2. If you consider that particular thing, so the degree of reaction, the formula will be like this. So now coming to this degree of reaction, now there are different conditions. If R may be 0 or negative or positive in the turbo machine. So what are the different conditions which we come across in this degree of reaction, we will see. If there is no change in the static pressure in the rotor and U1 is equal to U2, then such a machine is called impulse type of machine. Therefore, the impulse type machine R is equal to 0. So, okay. So, for degree of reaction R is equal to 0 for impulse turbine, because U1 is equal to U2. In an impulse type machine, if the fluid enters and leaves the rotor at different radii, a change of static pressure occurs in one direction, An equal amount of change in static pressure occurs in the opposite direction to render delta P is equal to 0. Okay, so in an impulse type machine, that is 0 degree of reaction, the rotor can be of open type, that is open jet of fluid with no connection with the rotor. A machine with any degree of reaction, which is R is equal to 0, must have the rotor enclosed in order to avoid expansion of fluid in all directions. Such machines are called as reaction type machines. Okay, so this general analysis of this turbo machines. So that we'll see. So now coming to this degree of reaction. So that means that what is that definition speaks about. So R is equal to static energy divided by and total energy. As we have discussed earlier, the static energy is nothing but this U1 minus U2 and VW2 minus VW1. That is static one. So total means, so even dynamic will come. So dynamic is nothing but V1 square minus V2 square. If both combination is nothing but this is a static energy and total energy. Okay, so for axial flow machines, U1 is equal to U2, then that will be removed, and then the remaining degree of reaction formula is equal to R is equal to VW2 square minus VW1 square divided by V1 square minus V2 square plus VW2 square minus VW1 square. Okay, so thank you very much.